Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, here we go. A fact that makes your brain go. Now, it takes us 90 seconds longer to do this than our parents. Kenzie guessed chop vegetables. Great guess there. Not right.
No.
Case guessed do math in their heads and our heads. Not right either. It takes us 90 seconds longer to run a mile than our parents did.
BS. No way.
Oh, really? Prove it then. Go run, challenge your mom to a mile run.
Okay, let me call my mom and leave.
But that's not fair because your mom's older now. Like when your mom at your age could run a mile 90 seconds faster than you can run one now.
You think so?
Yeah, I know my dad could have easily done that. My dad was an elite athlete when he was younger.
Yeah, your dad was an elite athlete.
Played college football and all that kind of stuff. Case, what do you think about your dad and your parents?
My family has a history of bad feet, so I'm not sure any of us are faster than the others. We're sort of just a long line of people that the lower half of our body spites us with our daily existence.
Aren't you happy that you live in the modern world? Because don't you think your whole family would have been weeded out with like Darwinism?
Well, I think about that a lot with glasses, right? Because I would say for most of the time that the Earth has existed, people haven't been able to see. Glasses are a relatively new invention. What were you going to do in the 600s if you couldn't see anything, right?
There is a big theory, conspiracy theory, if you want to call it that. People really believe this. There's like books on it and stuff. That's the reason why there's so many myths and people think things exist. It's because you couldn't see well.
Yeah.
Like that's a dragon. It's a big owl.
Because my family has horrible eyesight. Like
Yeah.
we all have contacts. We all have glasses. 200 years ago, life would have been a blur.
Yeah.
It would have been pointless.
You've made it
It
clear.
was all a blur, baby.
Yeah. You've made it clear that the Lows wouldn't have survived, the bloodline there.
I mean, hey,
Their last name is Lowe. Think about that.
we made it this far, though.
That's good, and you did. So the thing is, it's weird. I was telling Kenzie during the break that we have the rise of CrossFit over the last decade, and you see fitness models on Instagram every time you open it up, and vegan restaurants and vegan food, and we've never known more about we're eating plastic and all this stuff. Yet, America is the fattest it's ever been.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like, why is that? And then that's why we're slower than we've ever been as far as running a mile. We are. All of us together. Let's be a family here. It's an open family talk here at the dinner table.
I don't believe you.
Well, I eat Portillo's and try to talk about the 90-second mile I can't run. The 90 seconds off the mile. When you look at it, so obesity rates in America are the highest they've been in 60 years. 1960s, when the government was telling you to eat carbs like left and right. That was the food pyramid.
They were right.
Well,
we should carb load. That's the problem, baby. Let's go.
The obesity rate then was 13%. It's 43.8% now for women and 41.6% for men.
What are you trying to say? We're trying to say all the women are fat?
That is what Brian's trying
These
to say.
are factual stats. 2%
That was really
more.
messed up, Brian.
2% more women are obese than men.
So is this your pro-Vietnam argument that we lost all that weight because we were doing
we were
marching
running
orders in
around
Vietnam?
so much in Vietnam. We were working it off.
Yeah, the 60s we were so much skinnier because we were off at war.
I'm just saying, now they smoked like fiends, and that stops you from eating. So that might have helped.
So cigarettes are cool.
I think we should all start smoking. That's what I'm saying right now.
And be at war?
Yeah. But I also thought about that. Do you know the fastest mile you've ever run, Kenzie? You know a time?
No.
You don't?
I haven't timed a mile run since I was being graded on it.
So what was that mile? Do you remember? Because I remember mine.
I was 7 something.
7 minutes?
It's probably 7 point.
Which is a good mile time. I think the
Yeah.
average time for just somebody in shape is 6 minutes and 45 seconds, something like that.
I don't know. I felt like all the 6-minute kids, I remember this. All the 6-minute kids were in track. All of them. 7 minutes were we're doing fine in life. 8 minutes were they probably have some, there was the asthma kids and stuff. It wasn't doing good.
Or normal.
I was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to run.
Came in with a pack.
When I played basketball in the best shape of my life in high school, I had to run a 6-minute mile to get in the gym. Our coach thought he was...
to get in the gym? What do you mean?
To actually play basketball. You had to stay on the track until it was snowing out by the time I hit the 6-minute mile. I could not get in there.
The season had started.
We have 5 games left. I'm like, Coach, can I get in the gym for practice? And finally, my friend, who was a cross-country runner, he timed me, said, just stay with me and you'll get in the damn gym. So I did. I was throwing up at the finish line. I was literally puking, but I made a 6-minute mile, which is actually really good if you look up the times on people. Like I said, averages around 6:45 to 7. So I made a 6-minute mile. It's the fastest mile I ever ran in my life.
I'm really proud of you. That's hard. And you have a lot of body to get to the other side. You're tall.
I was 6'4" then.
You're not aerodynamic. I always wonder that. Is it now you have a way bigger stride?
Truth.
Be a lot of wind working against you up there. As I don't know what's better, to be like short or to be tall with running.
It's really windy up here by my head.
I know. I see your hair blowing.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So some local stories around Chicagoland. This one urgent, especially for my wife, I just realized as I went through the story. Kenzie found the story that waffles recalled in multiple states, including Illinois, due to plastic contamination.
Put your waffle down.
Right now, put the waffle down. But what this is we buy this stuff. Kodiak cakes, the protein-packed powder waffles. You can make pancakes, waffles.
I have these too.
Do you?
Yes.
So they've been recalled. 7,300 boxes of its 40-count Kodiak protein-packed power waffles contain some plastic. Now, so it's not every box, but if you've already eaten some, I wouldn't panic. But there was a presence of a small plastic film. So there's package numbers. We'll put those up. I'm not going to read those on the air, but there's a UPC code to check out. And don't eat them because there could be plastic in them. And that stuff's really good. You like them, Case, the protein-packed Kodiak stuff?
I like any waffle. I'll take Eggo. I'll take Kodiak. I'll take a Hotel Continental breakfast waffle. It doesn't matter. I'm into it.
Well, Megan...
Hey, can I bring something up about the word continental breakfast? You said it twice now in the past week. I used to call everything a continental breakfast. I thought it just meant free breakfast at a hotel. Like, that's what a continental was. Do you know when it's a continental breakfast, it's only when they have, like, a few things like muffins and juice? So a continental breakfast wouldn't have waffles.
Well... I knew that, by the way, that a continental was not a full breakfast.
I did it. I called everything a continental breakfast, and my husband's like, no, it's going to be like a good one. And I go, it's continental. It's free. And he's like, no, when they have waffles and eggs and sausage and all that stuff, it's like a full breakfast. Continental's like a muffin and go F yourself. Get out of here. Did you know that?
So I've never looked up continental breakfast that said, go F yourself, get out of here. I didn't know that.
idea.
Yeah.
There's no waffles at continental breakfast.
Yeah, well, hotels say it all the time, too, because they don't want to give you the full thing. You probably could get a waffle and a continental breakfast, but you're not going to get all the accoutrement.
You're not getting all the stuff.
You're not getting a lot of stuff.
I had no case. Did you know that?
No, I thought Continental was a marketing tool that meant fancy. I thought it was the opposite. I was like, oh, Continental. I'm a traveler, baby.
Because it kind of sounds like colonial, which I'm just like... I don't know, like all this food here. I don't know, like
you had me and then you lost me.
It just sounds different.
So you use
it means something completely different to me.
So, Case, you use continental breakfast all the time instead of saying just that we're going to get breakfast, just like Kenzie did. We're going to get a continental breakfast, like some fancy breakfast. Yeah.
No, I thought it was like a Lincoln Continental. I thought it was like a fancy word.
So, did you think that there could like a continental breakfast could be somewhere not at a hotel? Like it didn't mean free?
No, I thought it actually meant hotel breakfast.
Yeah, I thought it meant free hotel breakfast. It's continental.
Yeah.
Free hotel breakfast.
It just means less stuff. That's what it means.
What a scammy thing to do, because it sounds like more stuff.
I don't know why they use the word continental in it.
To trick us, follow the money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, there's a lot going on there. It's continental.
Yeah, Kenzie, I'm with you.
It's across the it's continental.
It's worldwide. It's like Pitbull.
I know.
Oh my God. Well, listen, if you have any Kodiak cakes in your cupboard for the waffles, it's the Kodiak protein-packed power waffles, buttermilk, and vanilla. They may have plastic in it. Don't eat them. Check the UPC code. Don't do it. Don't eat them. And they're really good. Like I said, Megan buys those. We get them at Costco, the powder.
We do too.
It's really good. Okay. More stuff going on in Illinois that also involves plastic. Illinois to ban tiny plastic bottles of shampoo and lotion at hotels.
Good call.
Why?
Because it's super wasteful because they have to throw them away even if they're like just lightly opened.
I understand that part. But I'm just saying, it'd be nice. But I mean, well, I am also like you. I don't really care as much on this one because I hate hotel soap because I just doesn't feel right on my body and shampoo. I'll bring my own shampoo no matter what or my own soap everywhere.
Well, and the big bottles are nice because I have like a lot of hair and they give you those dinky bottles. I use one of the whole things for the conditioner and I'm staying there for 2 days and they forget to. I like the huge bottles anyways. It helps me.
I just like to bring my own stuff. I can't there's a film on hotel stuff I just don't like. I feel itchy. I don't know. I don't like it. So I'm okay with this. But Case, I guess you're someone that probably is upset at this.
Okay, don't know what that means, but you're right.
What, itchiness?
I'm not itchy. Am I itchy?
No, I said, what don't you think what means?
Oh, you said you're probably somebody that would be upset by this. And I don't know what that means, but you are right. I am upset by this.
Bing, bing.
Well, my guess would be, and this isn't judging because I used to be this person, where you go over my house and I would have 72 hotel different bottles of soap, shampoo, whatever, and I'd just use it.
Yeah, I do like stealing from hotels, but I also just think their shampoo is better than the one I have.
Really?
So I like the way it feels on my body.
What do you buy for shampoo?
What do you use? Dawn in your hair?
Like those ducks to get the oil off them? Those commercials? There's an oil spill and they use Dawn to get the duck.
Skin is not like a BP oil spill, you ass.
I would look at you and throw some Dawn on it. It would like a hose on the jet setting so it really gets in there.
I'd love to see that commercial where they're cleaning up a bunch of ducks and then Case is washing his hair.
In a sink. And he put me in a sink.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie here on Q101. Now, I mentioned something weird going on at work, and if you guys have anything you want to chime in on about someone that does something very weird at work. And this came from one of our listeners, and they sent this long, detailed message, but I have to read the whole thing to get the context of how this listener is struggling with the situation. Okay, so here is the letter we got. For context, I work at a large food company in our science and technology HQ with several experts in various aspects of food science. We only have 2 microwaves at work for a couple hundred employees. So for those that bring in their own lunch, it can get pretty busy by the microwaves, especially on days when there's a lot of people in the office. People have this habit of putting multiple food items in the microwave from different people. So if there's space while you're using the microwave, it's common for someone to approach you and say, "Hey, can I put my stuff in the microwave together with yours?" I've never heard of that ever in my life.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I've never heard of that in my life.
It's going to take twice as long to heat up the food, so you might as well just let them go, and then you go. It's the same thing.
When I read that, I couldn't believe that people do that. Now, maybe I'm the weird one, and it's very relatable, and people do that all the time.
You seem like you have a lot of microwave rules, Brian, I would imagine. That seems like a sacred space for you.
Well, one operator per meal, per usage.
I imagine in your house you have a laminate next to the microwave of here are the rules, here's how we're going to use this thing.
Well, you must wipe down after you use it. Otherwise, all that stuff gets crusty on there and doesn't come off. Like all, let's say, pizza sauce splatters.
Yeah, that's like seasoning, though. You just keep it on there, let it marinate for a while.
No, it's not a grill.
Disgusting.
It's not your Weber out back with your charcoal adding flavor. It's a microwave.
It's a microwave.
Okay, so this guy continues after he's saying, people, hey, can I put my stuff in the microwave? This drives me absolutely crazy because from my understanding how a microwave works, it can't magically output more than its max power, 1,000 watts for our microwaves, I think. And so if you put in 0.05 L for food in the microwave and heat it to max power, 1,000 watts, it should take 2 minutes to get hot. If we double the food amount, it will take 4 minutes. I love how he got into this. If me and you do this in a series, one after the other, I'll have to wait 2 minutes, then go after, and you'll have to wait 4 minutes, 2 minutes for my food, 2 minutes for yours. So a total wait time of 6 minutes. If we do it in parallel, we both have to wait 4 minutes, so a wait time is total of 8 minutes. This doesn't affect your wait time as the person adding food, but it does affect mine as the person initially using the microwave. This guy's awesome.
Well, it is stupid, and also I like my food to like burn me. So you're gonna be like, oh, it's done. I'm like, no, it's not. It's gonna be a whole thing.
That's a funny statement, by the way.
What?
I like my food to burn me.
I hate when I sit down and there's like cold spots in my food. I can't do it.
I agree. You have to microwave and then stir it and then microwave again. You have to get everything hot.
Yep.
He finishes the email to us with, I feel that people in my company who work in science and technology should know these stats. And I get sick of saying no to people when they ask me. So he actually says, no, you can't put your food in the microwave with mine.
Good.
I think that is pretty good. You stand up for yourself. And he says, This happens all the time, again, for the situation of hundreds of people using 2 microwaves at his workplace. If I just say no without explaining, I seem like a grumpy a-hole. If I explain myself, I seem like a know-it-all. It's at the point where I'm more reluctant to even use microwaves now because I don't want people to think I'm a D for not wanting to share.
I think you should go out to eat for lunch. They do.
He's asking us, should I stick to my guns, safe in the knowledge that others are being irrational and illogical, or should I accept that my time is wasted in the interest of being polite and avoiding confrontation? I've asked colleagues and had views on both sides, so I need your help to break the tie, or am I just dumb and don't understand how microwaves work? No, I think you've explained it pretty awesome, in my opinion. Maybe I don't know how they work.
I would just say, I don't think he should explain himself. I think he should say, like, oh, I'm almost done. I think you should just say that. If
Yeah.
somebody asks, just go, nope, I'm almost done. And then they're like, oh, okay, because then they think they're about to use it, and you are almost done because you're not putting it in for 5 minutes, so you are almost done. Goodbye.
Yeah, but also, again, the things that people do at work in your place, hit us up at 312-591-8300. A lot of people are already checking in on, like, the weird things someone does. Jen is checking in from Bridgeport. Jen, what's up?
Oh, my God. I have this coworker. She is just weird. Like, she sits there. She stares at me the whole time she's in the office. The other day, out of the corner of my eye, I catch her just, like, sipping on her drink and just staring at me. She's buying the same kind of car that I have. I have a Dodge Caravan. I don't have anything special. I have a regular, boring minivan. She wants the same car as me. She drinks the same foods as I do. She eats everything that I do. She's just weird. She's very weird and creepy. Like, the whole staring at me. She doesn't do much work, but she makes sure to stare and watch whatever I'm doing.
Have you ever said, what are you looking at?
Oh, I want to, but I know I would lose my job because it would go from, like, 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, HR.
Maybe she has a crush on you.
Yeah, have you ever thought about that? Make a move, Jen.
Oh, no, that's okay. Even if I went that way, she's just not my type.
Got it.
I got it.
Got it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Talking about a listener that checked in with us that has a problem at work because they have hundreds of employees and they're all sharing a microwave and people are coming up and go, hey, can I put my food in too?
Weird.
While you're nuking yours so we don't waste time and getting the food, but it makes more time out of it according to our tech person there. But then Case, the producer, doesn't still understand if you put 2 things in it, for example, 1 piece of pizza versus 4 pieces of pizza, it's going to take longer for those pieces and you have to keep rotating them. It's not going to be as good as doing 1 at a time.
I just can't imagine his time is that valuable to where he can't help a coworker out and maybe share some
But
microwave space.
You're not listening. It's not helping. You're going to stand there for the same amount of time. It's just stupid. And then he's got to pause, open it, put it in, wait 30 more seconds. Microwaves don't take 25 minutes.
It depends what you're doing.
No, not really.
Well, those big family Stouffer's mac and cheese
Thank
plates.
you, yes. Yeah, exactly. See, I've microwaved some pasta for 10 minutes at a time.
That's just
Oh, if they didn't know how
That's
the
a
oven
separate
worked.
thing.
Like,
Like,
it's-
usually it's very fast.
Yeah.
It's like you just wait. Sorry about it.
It's not just the big family. I've eaten the whole Stouffer's, like your Thanksgiving family size of mac and cheese. It takes 20 minutes to nuke it.
That's a separate conversation. If you bring in a Stouffer's lasagna,
Yeah.
an entire pan for your lunch.
Oh, it's so good though.
Separate discussion.
Those
Right.
boxes are so big at the grocery store, you need to put chalk on your hands like a weightlifter just to carry it and put it in your cart. And then you come home and it's like, oh, how long do I put this in the microwave? Oh, 19 minutes. Awesome. Let me watch an episode of The Office real quick while this heats up.
And then they might say something like, "Oh, everybody's eating good tonight," and I'd say, "No, just me. I'm gonna eat this whole mac and cheese tray myself."
It's like an overly friendly Trader Joe's cashier. Like, big plans tonight? You got the whole family coming in? Nope, just me.
I just think this guy should make some sandwiches and stop dealing with everybody.
Sandwiches are great. You don't have to deal with the microwave. Case also had somebody texted in and said, "Why don't they just buy more microwaves at the office?" And they're not that expensive anymore for for hundreds of people using 2 microwaves at the office is pretty ridiculous.
Did they used to be expensive?
Yes.
What did the microwave used to cost?
I think like a couple $100.
Okay, I'm looking at one right now at Kohl's for $128.
Oh, they're still pretty expensive, huh? I thought they were like under like 50
I bet
bucks
you
now.
could get a cheaper one.
Yeah, but don't skip out on the microwave. It's the most important part of a household.
You know what he should do? He should have a personal desk microwave, and then he could go cheap with it. Personal desk microwave.
I knew people that did that at their cubicle, had a little microwave in there. Also, air fryers are probably better as far as reheating stuff. Air fryers are awesome.
No, but air fryers are so loud. It's like a jet engine. The one that I
Microwaves
have.
make just as much noise.
No,
they rumble.
don't. Just
Yes,
the beeping
they
at the end. The
do.
microwave itself does not make a ton of noise.
It does too.
I'm so sick of this microwave slander.
I like microwave. No one's slandering the
It
microwave.
sounds like you hate microwaves.
Why? I just said they also make noise, but the noise of an air fryer doesn't bother me. It excites me. Every time I hear it, it's going to be good. That's your problem.
Well, there's obviously a lot of weird people at work doing weird things like asking, hey, can I pop my stuff in with your stuff in the microwave? That's weird to me. I guess maybe it's not. Maybe you guys check in on
I'm
it.
going to walk up to a rando.
I know. Think about how
That's
comfortable
weird.
you have to be with yourself to have the confidence. I struggle asking, like, if they get my order wrong in a restaurant, like, hey, can you actually go back and do it the way that I asked? Let alone, hey, I'm going to use the microwave at the same time as you. That is a little weird.
It's way too. I feel like they put their like arm around you while it's heating up. It's way too much. Absolutely not.
Like Will Ferrell in the beginning of Step Brothers when he's watching his nachos heat up in the microwave when the Vampire Weekend song is playing. And he like looks through the window at the stuff heating up and waiting for it to finish.
Yes.
Puts his arm around you
too
going,
uncomfortable.
can't wait to eat lunch together, huh, buddy?
That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, then you have small talk. I'm completely on this guy's side.
I got to be honest, it now seems like something Brian would do.
Oh, no, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't cross that line because you can't go back after that. If you're already a microwave sharer, you can't go back.
Not only would I say no, I would walk up there with AirPods in and stare at my phone the whole time. It's like, can't hear you. Sorry, the AirPods is the whole thing.
Oh, man. This reminded me of a coworker, like about weird coworkers. There was a guy who I worked at a radio station before his show. He brought a trainer in before his show started because he said he didn't have time to work out at home. I should be admirable. But he was doing isometric exercises. Do you know what that is? Where you kind of contort your body for like you have to hold like a plank or a wall squat.
He was doing it at work?
And he would take his shirt off, and the trainer would take his shirt off too.
Because the trainer came in like next to the cubicles?
Yeah, like let's say right outside our studio, we have the green room for the lounge. He would do it in the hallway before he went on, and it was a big.
With a guest?
Yeah, he'd bring in his trainer, and he would sit there and take his shirt off, and he was not ripped. And he would take his shirt off and do these planks and wall squats and glute bridges, they call it. And he would sit there and sweat and smell. And his show was starting like in 10 minutes. He would do it and he'd go, hey, I get my workout in before the show. I go, yeah, but you could do this like at home. Yeah.
That's so weird, and that would bother me.
He would sweat and the sweat would go into the carpet right there, you know?
Why are people so comfortable at work? I don't
We spend
most
of our lives here.
I
Get
don't
comfy.
like it. Don't get comfortable.
Did you ever have a weird coworker, Kenzie? Like somebody weird?
Oh my God. So there's a guy named Case. No kidding.
I was just thinking about all the weird things I do at work.
No, so when I was a waitress, and this used to bother me so much. There was a girl I worked with. Her name was Christine. I don't care if you're listening. Pfft, I don't like you.
Wow.
But she
Shots
was
fired at Christine's out
not
there.
like all of them. This one.
Oh, just one
Not
Christine.
Nice. But she would go open like the old school black checkbooks that used to be on the table. Like I feel like now everyone uses the pin pad. But when you used to like get your tab in a checkbook, you'd put the pen in it. If you were leaving cash, you'd put it in there, all that.
Got it.
She used to go around to your tables because when you're busy, you can't pick them up right away, right? So you're helping another table, you walk by and get it. She used to walk past my tables, open them up to see what they tipped me.
Oh.
And I'd be like, why do you keep opening my tabs when you're walking by? She's like, oh, I'm always just curious if like a table's cheap or not. And I'm like, please don't do that. And I'd catch her doing it all the time. And then it's like, if they left you cash, you'd always feel weird because like maybe she grabbed $1 or $2 out of it. Or I'm like, stop opening my checkbooks because you want to know how much a table tipped because that's a game you're playing in your head. It would piss me off. Like, don't touch my money. Like, I was so bothered by it.
I would love to know because a lot of our listeners worked in the restaurant and bartending field because I didn't. Is that common to want to like snoop about somebody else's tips all the time?
Never. Like you would like hope for people. You'd be like, oh, were they good? Because they were celebrating something or whatever. But I never would have opened someone's tab. That is so weird and uncomfortable.
Wow.
It's like personal. It's your money.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I didn't work in that field. I worked in other like golf course and stuff like that. I never worked in a field where I got tipped at golf course. I used to get mad if someone else got tipped more than me for caddying.
Right, but like, yeah, and that's funny because like you're helping two different people, so whatever. Or we would share that as waitresses, like, oh my gosh, this table just totally stiffed me. They used 18 coupons and then stiffed me. That sucks. Like, you would share those stories, but you don't go open someone's tab. Like, when they're not standing there, you could take something out of it. I would get so mad.
Case, did you ever have a weird coworker when you were a rising star at Lids?
No, not at Lynn's. I was thinking about something weird that I got caught doing at work that I never told you guys about.
Here or somewhere
boy.
else?
No, here, like
Oh, boy.
last month.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So during Lollapalooza, I spent the night in the studio because Thursday I did the show. I went to Lolla. I went to an after show. And then I came back here. And there's always somebody here working in the building 24/7, even on like Christmas and holidays and whatnot. And I was sleeping in the green room that is connected to the lounge. And I was ready for bed. I had taken my melatonin. I had taken my contacts out. My sleep cap was on. I did a big stretch.
This is what I mean about people way too comfortable at work.
Well, Kenzie, it gets worse.
Oh, no.
And at this point, again, I'm ready to go to bed. So I'm in my delectables, if you will, T-shirt and Duluth branded underwear.
You were literally just in your underwear here?
So
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
again, lights are off. I'm in the green room connected to the lounge. Big stretch, yawn, whatever. Honk shoo, me. And I realize, oh no, my phone charger is in the studio across the hall. I don't have my phone charger with me. I need to charge my phone. It's almost dead. So I got up and in my T-shirt and underwear, walked across the hall into the studio.
Yeah.
But at that moment, the guy that was down the hall working for one of our sister stations was also in the hallway, and he saw me half naked walking across the building. It kind of gave me the like, hey, what's going on? And it was deeply uncomfortable.
I picture you for some reason.
For him? What is wrong with you?
I had to go get my charger.
I picture you in those old school boxers with like hearts all over it.
Yeah.
Not like boxer briefs that are like decent looking at least,
Or
you know?
I had like a heart tattoo with mom on it, like an old prison tattoo also.
I imagine those animal boxers where like the head cuts off near your penis. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
How it looks like a body and then it's like over the penis flap. It like stops. It looks like a character.
Wait.
You haven't seen these?
What is this again?
Okay, like when you have animal print boxers, like a print on your boxers, and they make like a shape, like say it's like an animal, it's like a cow or something, but it stops like by your penis. You know what I'm talking about? So like your
No.
penis is part of the caricature.
I've never had animal print boxers, so I don't know.
Oh, I know what you guys are getting for Christmas.
Oh, that's our Christmas gift.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.